Okay, so in my video update from Mallorca for this week, well, I have quite a serious warning for you coming out from Mallorca's beaches, and I do have an interview with a holidaymaker coming up. Plus, we're going to be talking about the widespread issue of pickpocketing on the island, and also how you can avoid it as well, and how you can also report a crime if you need to. Plus, I have a weather forecast for you for the week ahead. Now you can see I'm down here on the very beautiful and very sunny Magaluf beach this morning. I'm actually in the Foodinetta Beach Cafe, which I've filmed many updates from before. You can see how absolutely gorgeous it is behind me. But we're going to start this video on a serious note because, well, as many of you know, if you're coming over to Mallorca, renting a beach umbrella and a sunbed this summer doesn't necessarily guarantee that you're going to get a security box attached to that beach umbrella where you can lock up your valuables if you're going to the beach. Nor does it guarantee either that you're not going to get stuff taken from your sunbed either if you're also coming down to the beach. Now we're going to roll the clock back here and have a chat to Lisa, who was on holiday here last week on the island. I met up with her on Saturday morning and she told me about her experience over on Son Matias Beach.
So last week we were just sat on the beach, my husband and me, and he went to the bar, which is just over there. You can see from the bar to the beach fine, and I left a bag hanging up with nothing in it, just a few clothes, no valuables. Popped over to the bar, came back again, went back to the bar. By the time I'd got there, my bag had gone, so somebody's clearly watching me and taken my bag. Everything gone, but luckily, like I said, I never leave any valuables on the beach or in my bag, so no use to anybody else.
I can't believe that. That's absolutely shocking. I've seen you posted on social media as well, asking if anyone can just return your bag. Have you heard anything back?
Absolutely nothing. We searched all of the bins immediately. We asked on the beach if anybody had seen anything. Like literally within minutes of it gone missing, because I can see from the bar that it had gone. Nobody saw anything. We looked around all of the bins, nothing. So I just put a post on social media thinking if it's been dumped somewhere, someone can just let me know and literally just get my clothes back. But I heard nothing, so sadly not.
And did you report the crime?
I didn't, no. I spoke to the sunbed guy and told him what had happened, and he said if there's nothing valuable in your bag, there's nothing we can do. So
do you know how to report a crime?
Not a clue.
Okay, I'm going to run through that with viewers as well. If anyone goes through the same thing that Lisa has done, keep watching in this video. I'll let you know how to report the crime. But this is not all, Lisa, is it?
It's not all.
Okay, tell me more. What else has happened over here and we're on Son Matias Beach as well.
So previous to this happening to me, I actually witnessed a thief on the beach. I should have known better than to leave my bag there, I know. A guy was walking around the beach, sitting down, having a wander around, and at the far end of the beach I was watching him, and there was a couple lying on the sand. He just swooped down and took their bag from them. Luckily the guy woke up and he challenged him, and the guy just dropped the bag in and left. A couple of hours later the same thief came back to the beach, so I kind of stood up, I took a few photos, and a guy was asleep on the barley beds behind me. And the thief just lifted his rucksack and off he went. I ran over to him, woke him up, and he again managed to chase after him and get his bag back. Luckily, because he was flying home, I had all of his documents in. They did report that to the police. The police have got my photos of the guy. I don't know what happened after that. But you'd literally, whether you leave your stuff or not, I don't think it's safe.
And how do you feel now about coming back on holiday to Palma and overall, indeed, to Mallorca?
Well, we are coming back in September, we're already booked, and I think we will be back next year, but a lot more cautious. We're actually looking at getting just some like wire locks, just to, a little bit of extra more security for us, I think. I don't know if it'll stop anything, but lesson learned from me.
Okay, Lisa, thank you very much for talking to me. I think everyone will appreciate your interview today. Thanks very much and enjoy the rest of your holiday.
Thank you.
Now, even over on Palma Nova's beaches, the offering this summer has not been consistent. We can see that they've had beach lockers over on Escargador Beach. You can see they've got very small beach lockers over on Palma Nova Beach, but at present they have no beach lockers over on San Matias Beach. And well, that has obviously been a problem, as we can see from the issue that Lisa has had. Now, without the opportunity to lock away your valuables, you're going to be leaving your beach bag open to be pinched. Basically, if you leave your beach bag, if you leave anything on your sunbed while you're renting over here in Mallorca, there's a possibility that that bag could go missing during the course of your stay, even if you're in the beach bar just across the road as well. So this really is a warning. Now, I did contact Calvia Town Hall as well at the end of last week to ask them if they're going to be getting security boxes now on San Matias Beach, as we are rapidly approaching the middle of July, and I've just heard from them actually, and they have told me that they're going to be installing beach lockers on San Matias Beach from this week. So that is fantastic news, and I'm really happy to hear that at least we're going to have some beach lockers on San Matias Beach. But the other problem you can see as well over on Palma Nova Beach is that yes, there are beach lockers, but they are very small, so you can't actually get an entire beach bag in that beach locker. There's only enough room there to put in your purse and your mobile phone and maybe your keys. Can't fit a whole beach bag in there. And as you can see as well, these thieves aren't picky about what they take. They're taking entire beach bags, even if they contain a towel or a book or a magazine or something like that. So they're obviously hopeful that they might contain something a little bit more than that, but these items are still being taken. So my advice to you is, if you're coming down to the beach, do not bring your valuables with you. Leave your mobile phone in your safe in your hotel room. Go on a digital detox if you're over here on holiday. There's no point coming to the beach and staring at Facebook or YouTube. You can do that when you're at home and it's raining outside. Come down to the beach, enjoy the atmosphere on the beach, and just have a rest, and maybe leave that mobile phone, particularly if it contains your life on there, like your photos or work stuff. Just leave it in your hotel room. You don't need it on the beach, and just take whatever money you may need for the day ahead, so enough for a few cocktails or a few snacks. However, as Lisa said as well, you've got to be careful as well. Whatever you do take down with you, make sure it's secured, maybe to your sunbed as well. I do have beach lockers in my Amazon shop. I'm going to drop a link to that below, to make sure that even if you do doze off on the beach, and while you're on holiday, you're going to want to sleep on the beach, make sure that no one can come by and swipe that bag either. That's really, really important too, and it's actually quite sad to think about that this kind of beach crime is actually happening over here on holiday. But like I said, holidaymakers are rich pickings over here, and while we're in troubled times at the moment with the cost of living crisis, thieves are operating in the area, and they're operating all over the island too, regardless of whether you're down here in Palma Nova or you're up in Alcudia or just anywhere else on the island. Just take care if you're going to the beach, look after your valuables, and just be aware of everybody around you. Now, I've got some interesting stats for you, because over here in the Calvia area, which includes Palma Nova, Magaluf, Peguera, Santa Ponza, and all the other smaller resorts and towns, during the off-season we have a population here of around 53,000 people, and during the summer months, well, this increases to around 138,000 people. As a result, I've also heard from Calvia Town Hall that they are upping their police presence down here on the beaches. They're getting more local police in patrolling. And you're going to see on this video clip here, when I walked through Palma Nova last week, I've actually seen the increase of local police coming through the resort and just trying to keep an eye on what's going on the beaches, and keeping an eye out for pickpockets too. So it's good to see that something is being done about it, but do not rely upon these patrolling police to look after your items, because the responsibility, I'm afraid, is going to lie with you. Check this out, just seen a policeman going by on the bike. That's actually quite nicely timed, didn't plan for that. But you can see that we do have the beaches regularly patrolled by the local police over here on the island. But we can also see, and I can just see as well, that the police are going back that way too, that over the past few months, so from the 1st of May until the end of June, 14 pickpockets have been picked up from the beaches and from the shops over here in the Calvia area by the local police. They have then been passed on to the Guardia Civil, who have gone on to prosecute them, but there is a problem here, and that is that eventually these pickpockets are going to be released back onto the streets and back onto the beaches to quite possibly do the same again. Don't know what's really being done to avoid this, except for videos like this where I'm telling you to please be careful if you're going to the beach this summer. Also, as well, from what Lisa has said and the fact that her bag was swiped from the beach, she also mentioned to me off camera as well that she knew of someone who went down to the beach for an early morning swim, and someone even took her towel and flip-flops as well. So there's a lot to be said for pound shop flip-flops at the moment. If you're going down to the beach in expensive Havaianas or any other branded flip-flops or sliders, they may well get taken. So my advice is get a really cheap pair of €3 flip-flops specifically for the beach if you're going down to the beach. If you're going down on your own as well, just to avoid those from being swiped. It's sad times, hey, but it's happening over here on the beaches in Mallorca. So you will remember as well in the interview that Lisa mentioned that she didn't know how to report a crime. So I'm going to drop a telephone number onto the screen here. Please make a note of it, put it into your phone, write it down on a piece of paper and keep it with you. Because if you do get pickpocketed, well, this is going to be the easiest way to report a crime. That way as well you can claim back on your insurance too. But that's not all, because I do have a comment which has been recently left on my channel from a holidaymaker which says, "Can I just add that friends at our hotel had their wallets stolen out of their pocket while shopping in Alcudia Port. Please be careful and never ever put your wallet or your purse down when you're paying for something, as someone on our coach trip to Sawyer had that stolen while they were paying for goods a few years back too." Also, I have another comment as well from the Facebook group as well, and this is from a while ago, but it's very, very relevant today. My elderly father-in-law had his wallet taken from the back of his pocket. Luckily, we spotted it straight away and no harm was done. So my advice again is, particularly with backpacks, if you're going around markets, if you're going out shopping, don't wear backpacks on your back. You're just literally asking for pickpockets to dip their hands in and take your wallet. Don't put anything in your back pocket either. Once again, it's really, really easy to pinch stuff that's been left in your pocket too. Maybe consider getting some kind of security belt or an anti-theft proof bag to take out with you. But beaches and also markets aren't the only places as well where you could get pickpocketed on the island. Also as well, I have heard about the €2 trick being practiced down in Andratx, particularly in the car parks as well. Be very wary of anyone approaching you asking if you can change money for them. They might just have a €2 coin and ask for change. Just walk away, don't even respond to anybody. You're not going up to anyone asking questions. You can pay for parking with a bank card, but do not get your wallet out. If anyone approaches you asking for anything, even if it's for €2 worth of change, do not get your wallet out in front of these people. This has been reported over on social media. I hope that the people that it has affected have gone on to report it to the police too. I've also heard of pickpockets operating over in the markets up in Puerto Poyensa this summer. I also witnessed a lady had been pickpocketed up in Alcudia Old Town as well at the end of last year. She was so shocked that actually the pickpocket just literally dipped her hand into her bag, took her wallet, walked off smiling as well, and the woman was so much in shock she didn't know what to do about it. Do not be afraid to respond as well and just try and get your money back as well, but the pickpockets over here can be brazen too. Above all, look after your stuff, be aware of who is around you, and if you do get pickpocketed, just make sure you report it to the police too. Also, one final warning as well, and that's for charity collectors. I saw one down in Palma and she almost ran when she saw me. She saw my camera over on Escargador Beach. This was a couple of weeks ago. Unfortunately, I didn't have the record button on, but she hightailed it off the beachfront. She had a clipboard and she's collecting names and donations from people for a spurious charity. Strike me down if I'm wrong about this, but I do not believe that anyone should be out collecting money on the streets. If you do want to donate to any local charities on the island, get in touch with us over on the Mallorca Under the Sun Facebook group. We've got plenty of charities that we can actually name, some proper registered listed charities that you can do a lot of good for on the islands, but do not give any money to anyone collecting money off the streets. The minute you get your wallet out, you could find that purse then going missing a little bit further up on your walk, or it could get taken there or then too. So just be careful. Just going to put out that warning. And also look no further than your hotel too. Be careful around the swimming pool, what valuables you're leaving around the swimming pool too, especially if the swimming pool is open to the public, or it's very easy for the public to get into the swimming pool area. This also includes the left luggage area when you're checking out of your hotel, and maybe you're leaving your bags there for a few hours for your flights. I've seen on social media an issue over at one hotel as well where they've had some shifty people hanging around the left luggage area, and also an occasion as well when someone's actually had their bag taken from that area as well. Make sure that left luggage area is securely locked. Check with the reception, make sure it's not open to everyone to get in and out of, and also they have some kind of way of controlling who goes in to get which bag, and to make sure that the bags are going out with the right passengers too. Also, public transport too, you're going to know how busy it's going to be on the island this summer. You will have seen my video updates about the packed buses and the busy buses. I was actually caught on the very busy bus yesterday in Alcudia and I couldn't actually get on it. So that's just to give you an idea how packed public transport is. So if you are getting the public buses, if you're on the bus, make sure you know where your wallet is, know where your phone is and your keys are. Make sure you keep them close to you as well. This is really important because a friend of mine was actually pickpocketed on a local bus too not so long ago. So really the message is just have awareness as to where your belongings are and of who is around you too. Another top tip as well is before you come over here on holiday, photocopy or scan in your important documents like your passport, receipts as well from money exchange as proof as well that you've actually had money exchanged. Email these important documents either to a friend or to an email address. Print them off, take them with you as well, keep them separate from your passports in case these are stolen. And above all, when you are going out, do not take all your holiday money with you. If you're going shopping, if you're going out on the buses, do not take your passports either. Please don't do that. Lock them up in your safe in your hotel room and just keep them separate. Okay everyone, that's actually not the happiest of video updates from over here in the island, on the island, but it's very, very important to actually highlight this. The chances are though, if you are coming over here on holiday, you're going to have a safe time. You're not going to have your stuff nicked. The majority of people coming over here on holiday will not be the victims of crime. They will not be pickpocketed. So don't worry too much. If you are watching this video and you are worried, don't worry too much. It's very unlikely it's going to happen, but I just do want to put out this warning. And finally, the weather forecast for the week ahead is looking good. There's no sign of rain. We have endless sunshine with highs of 32 degrees, lows of 22, and a very, very strong UV factor as well, so make sure you cover up in the sunshine. Okay, so I hope you found this video useful. Appearing here on YouTube, you're going to find a video that I made last year over in the capital in Palma. If you're looking at visiting Palma for the day, check out two videos. I've got one guided tour and one warning as well about pickpockets in Palma and the areas that you need to be especially aware of if you're visiting the city on a day trip or on a tour too. So just make sure you watch these two bits of information too. I'll drop the links below as well in the video description to check out. Don't forget you can also find me in the Facebook group and you can find me on my Instagram, also called Mallorca Under the Sun, and I'll be back here next week for another video update. Thanks very much for watching everyone. I look forward to seeing you on the next video, and goodbye for now.